Hello and welcome back to Helldivers 2 Loadout Roulette. Today's loadout is the Liberator Concussive rifle. Not looking forward to this. I haven't touched it in ages and wasn't good before, and I don't think it's gotten any better. The Redeemer machine pistol, that ought to be fun. And the incendiary grenade. Our armor is the Exterminator, so we have fortified, reducing recoil, and crouching or prone. Should actually be good for the pistol. The rifle, I'm not seeing a lot of value since it fires so slow anyways. Resistance to explosive damage. It's okay. I feel like 9 times out of 10, it's not the explosion that kills you, it's the ragdoll and hitting your head on a rock. And then to go with the set, we just have the Doubt Killer helmet and the Cover of Darkness cape, since it all kind of comes together. But we're going against the Illuminate, so I will see you in the mission. Alright. Let's see, what do we got going on? Anything I can use? No, I have nothing to call in. I have Gas Strike, Napalm Airstrike, Orbital Napalm Barrage, and then Mortar Sentry. Okay, that actually is really good against Elevated Enlighten. That's super good. I was expecting it to be trash, but being able to just make them drop their rifle, or not their rifle, their grenade, that can lead to some haha funny meme moments right there. Let's just strike that. Try to break the shield. Do something about that, my guy. I did all I can here.
Calling in reinforcements. Sending in an eagle.
Aw, brother. Okay, he landed there. I was like, please don't tell me you just landed on the actual thing. That would have been really bad. But I actually have a topic here I want to talk about. So there's some old data mines. Like, stuff that it's not worth mentioning, but I think it's also worth mentioning. There used to be, very early on, plans for like a battle pass and, you know, your standard run-of-the-mill live service junk. And some of it was pretty interesting. And that's what I was going to bring up, is there used to be plans for gear rarity. And it seemed like they were almost going to have this game kind of sustained through a gacha system. If you don't know what gacha is, it's gachapon, Japanese thing. It's essentially, you get a loot box. That's the easiest way to describe it. You pay, you know, $1 or whatever in Monopoly money so that you don't feel like you're actually spending $1 per pull. And then you get a pull. You get a random thing. And the stuff I saw was interesting because there was a few screenshots or pictures of some of the weapons. And by and large it was like, what was it? A laser rifle, except it had like a black, is it the yellow kind of barrel shroud? It was black, which is cool. I mean, cool may not be the operative word here, it's a color change, it's not that amazing. But you know what I mean. It's different. And that is interesting. Because we also know there's 6 different ministries within the game. There's like agriculture, defense, a couple other ones. We see their names show up on terminals when we interact with them. You notice how some will say, like, Cobb Genetics, and it's the weird corn, or it's other ones that there are slight color changes that seemed really out of place initially. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be kind of cool to have that as a thing? We get a few different variants on guns, and they're depending on the ministry. Pretty simple, slight color change. Oh, this is a Ministry of Defense, so it has better recoil. And maybe that's it. Or maybe it has recoil on something, maybe a penalty on another stat. And in a way, you probably could actually sustain the game a little bit better. Because if you also did that with armor, using Diablo as an example, having like a major effect that is tied to armor. So like every set of exterminator armor has the same damage resist, or explosive resist and stability bonus, but then you get a lesser effect tacked on. Maybe you get 5% gas resist on one roll, or a thing like that. You expand it, you go, hey, you can use... I would probably go credits, medals, and super credits as options for rolls. It's just kind of like the premium roll or your free-to-play rolls. You toss some super credits into major orders, put a requirement to them. So it's like you have to do like 10 missions to be counted as participating in a major order. Then you can get, 10, 15, 20 super credits plus some medals. Something like that. I think it would have been probably a better option than the current war bond system, surprisingly enough. Because the current war bonds, I think, are a bit of a struggle to sell sometimes. Because I think some war bonds are just inherently better than others. And so it's hard to sit down and go, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna spend $10 on the war bond that sucks, when I could spend $10 on the war bond that doesn't. Oh, that fell short. Blows. Did they fix this so that these work again? Because I heard they nerfed... Nope, they didn't nerf it. Because people were saying that the impact wasn't actually destroying additional targets, or like the missile wouldn't break a UFO, and I was really bummed because I like doing that. Yeah, what do you think if a gacha system would have worked? I know gacha systems suck. I'm never a big fan. Screw it, we're just gonna trigger it. I find a lot of gacha systems are really exploitative and just kind of scummy. But if it meant we didn't have to deal with the superstore, I'd be pretty cool with it. Because I feel like I don't know if I hate gacha more than FOMO. Because FOMO is just the worst. I hate that the store, even though they've made progress making the store have 3 pages and everything. Ouch, ouch. Why? There was no one over here. I swear that drone just exists to murder people. But it would be better to just not have a store that rotates and it just is pages of stuff. I'll always point to Warframe. You can go to the store and buy, like, the update, I think, 10 bundle that included Necros. That is a 10-year-old bundle. And they're just like, yeah, if you want to throw money at it, go ahead. I like that. Do they get sales on it? Probably not. But it's a lot more player-friendly than expecting people to just always be on and always be having cash on hand. Because I've had instances where, yeah, I'd love to buy stuff from the store, but I don't have money. You know, I don't have money ready at the time. And then it's like, oh, well, it's gone, so now you don't get it. And I'm like, well, screw you then. I'm not gonna bother, because the thing I wanted isn't here now. I just also really like the idea of fleshing out some of these weapons. Because sometimes I'll look at like a laser rifle and I'm sitting here thinking, I wish there was just a little bonus. Like, imagine if you could get a laser rifle that had increased damage but had increased heat rate. Or a reduced heat rate, but it has some other trade-off. I think that'd be fun. That'd be a fair thing. And it's stuff that I would rather just see it as that than the issue of having weapon customization. Because as much as I would like weapon customization, I am concerned that it's just going to create an even bigger issue of you have the meta, and then you have garbage. We see it in COD. Every year, whatever the low recoil 4-shot kill rifle is, becomes the meta. And that gets really annoying because it doesn't give other weapons a chance. And I feel like we kinda already see that a little bit with weapons. You do see people who will ask, like, oh, what's the meta? And it's like, yeah, there are definitive answers. No one's saying the Liberator Concussive.
Calling in reinforcements. Calling down a sentry. Last reload.
Can you guys please just leave? I just want to activate this terminal. Oh, I'm out. Ah, that sucks. My kingdom for, like, I don't know, a turret that isn't a mortar. We're gonna have to just try to gas this and run. But I think they could do a lot with more just, I guess, permutations of existing weapons. Nope. Because I guess for me it reminds me a lot of Dust 514, if you ever played it. Because in that game you had, like, different tiers: militia, standard, advanced prototype, and then the 4 factions had their own variants. Like, pistols, Amar had the Scrambler pistol. I think Galenti and Caldari never got their pistols fully released, but there was like a mag pulse and something else. And then Minmatar had the Flaylock pistol, which just fired grenades. And that was cool. I just want more, I guess.
Extraction is available. Orbital inbound.
Oh, we still haven't dealt with that cognitive disruptor.
Requesting air support. Calling in orbital strike.
Yeah, this concussive is... outside of making these guys drop their grenades, it is not performing.
Dropping a pin. Northeast. Far.
Because it eventually gets a kill, but it's just...
Tagging map. West. On my position.
the slow fire rate, the stagger...
Northeast. Far. Tagging map. Northeast. Far.
Nobody's gonna sit here and be like, oh, this is the greatest ever. But I think that's just the curse of concussive weapons. They're pretty mid. We don't really have an option to escape out this way. But what we can do is throw that right there.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. 100 meters.
And I just haven't had a spot to use my bombardment because there's no big camps. Not gonna lie, I kind of hate concussive. I think it's a genuinely a bad ammo type. Because the whole selling point being, oh, you can stumble guys. But why? That is my entire question. Why, though? If it was like a minor explosion or something like that, sure. A small AoE that can deal with bunched up enemies. Niche, but I can see a use for it. I mean, look at this.
Requesting orbital strike.
And the more I think about it, the permutations stuff, it would be cool, but I think certain weapons distinctly fail to benefit from it. Oh, we already cleared this out. Okay. Like the Deadeye. The Deadeye could not get permutations. What do? Extended magazine? It's a lever action. You could, in theory, extend the tube. But who extends the tube?
Reinforcing.
Was that guy further ahead or further back?
Joining the fray.
Wish this guy hadn't called extraction. I don't appreciate that, even if it's him just holding it down. I would rather have someone helping kind of shepherd everyone along.
Calling down a sentry.
Because, like, right now he isn't being useful. He's just, like... To be blunt, he's just jacking off over there. And that... Yep, and that's being aborted because there's no one there to help you.
Reinforcements.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back for those samples at this point.
Deploying reinforcements.
Credit where credit is due, he didn't instantly quit. Didn't appreciate that almost landing on me, that kinda sucked. Yeah, I don't like mortar sentries on missions with these guys. With the Illuminate. As it stands, it's too risky.
Supplies.
Brother, give it up. Don't go after those samples. It's like 3 rares. Or 3 uncommons, or whatever orange is. It is not worth it. Huh. That's not gonna be fun.
Dropping a pit. Southwest. 50 meters.
Oh, I actually have to check if we can buy the new Grenadier wall that got added. I played with it a little bit. It's a wall. It does stop the voteless though, which is cool. Credit where credit is due. That's a pretty cool option.
Calling in orbital strike. Rare sample acquired.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
Sending in an eagle.
Yeah, really need the whole team here.
Not today.
Again, guy needs to really give it up. It's 6 samples, it's not that big a deal.
Reinforcements on the way.
Because I'm not gonna run in there and try to call in extract, because that's just gonna spawn more stuff. And I don't know what the other guy's doing, he's moving towards the other POI. At this point, I'm just gonna move with him, I guess. They're always on a turret. So he's gonna die in a moment. I wish I could do more. It irks me that this build isn't that useful. But also, this team isn't that useful either.
Requesting orbital strike.
Gas strike incoming.
Well, at least that chipped the shield. I don't know how useful that is.
Reinforcing.
At least the AA batteries are working. Slowly. Yeah, that completely missed. Oh my god, they're finally coming.
Say hello to democracy.
It's a Christmas miracle.
My life for Super Earth. Calling in reinforcements.
I'll just throw him that direction then. If he wants to head over there, he can navigate that way then.
Requesting orbital.
Oh, so controversial but not controversial opinion. We need to just get rid of the limit on orbital lasers. Just make it, you throw it once, and then it's on cooldown. I don't see the value in being like, oh, it's 3 uses and then it's done. Like, there's a lot of other things we have that are, I would argue, stronger and not single use or 3 uses per mission.
Have a taste of democracy.
I will swipe that guard dog then. And 3 of us will have them. Kinda sucks when I have to scavenge, but it is a nice challenge. Either scavenging off dead teammates or whatever the environment happens to be offering.
Requesting air support.
Gaining Liberty.
New man.
Eagle 1 withdrawing to rearm.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Calling in orbital strike. Aiming at an eagle. Found something.
I'm not even... I was gonna say, why is he just running off to go hit POIs, but nothing surprises me anymore.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Is there anywhere I can hit on this thing that deals damage?
ETA T-minus 10
The eye, maybe?
landing zone.
I think the eye. Really?
This is Pelican 1.
Is this the game we're playing?
Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing. Point me to the enemy. Countdown initiated.
I've also noticed a lot more, like, team killing lately.
Helldivers never die.
Let's see if that guy makes it. Nah, he got stumbled. He's gone.
Launch countdown complete. We have to leave now. Extraction
But
complete.
that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.